Righty-ho then, we'll get going with the three of you. So, right, you are still in Jacob's Piece. Probably, it's going to be the next morning, so we could assume actually that you've just got if all you've got to do is do the book reading, you should be okay now. Okay.
All right. So I got my reading done.
I think you got your reading done. Yeah.
Excellent.
Should be fine.
So,
We'll find
okay, can you lose the disconnection in the combat tracker? How do I take that off? Or do you have to do it?
What I will do is probably disable it rather than. Might happen again. There we
go. Thank you.
No problem. Right. So, it's early the next morning. Obviously, everyone's starting to pack up. You've probably got an hour, probably a couple of hours before Grant says. Grant says you've probably got a couple of hours before you want to head out, in case anyone wants to do any shopping or exploring of the place.
Yes.
I found the key to the numbers, so at least now you know what you're looking at.
Yeah, I want to see if the shop's got any bottles of pooch I can get.
Now that is interesting.
I'm looking for 9 mil and.
Yeah, the shop I set up is probably not. I don't think it's even showing on the numbers, which is rather annoying. On the fast food diner, garage food defense tower, cover sandbags, form a super convenient store turn public sound hall. Yes, crops, semi trailers, razor bars. It's interesting. As far as I can understand, looking at that, the only shop there is, and it's not even showing up in the location on the list, but it's Naomi Trinkets.
Trinkets. Okay.
According to that.
Drink it, not drink it.
So if it should be I forgot the shop's share it. Oh, it is public, so you should be able to see it. They've got a carton of non-filtered cigarettes, children's interlocking toy of a spaceship. That's obviously Lego with an Lego.
They've got a little black dress.
A hip wading for fishermen, a little black dress, a non-stick pan, a pair of reading glasses, a pair of wedding bands, a rhinestone bedazzler, a set of polyhedral dice.
Really?
A set of 3
toothbrushes. Normal Steve wants them. He's not had. Is it a full set?
Yes. There you go. You're in the shop.
Full set of actual polyhedral dice. Oh my god! Yeah, I'll have them.
I think I've just noticed that the cost's missing on it. Oh no, the cost of the polyhedral dice is missing. That's a bit unfortunate.
Only thing that anybody wants to buy is the only thing with no price on it.
Yeah, I'll put a price on it now. There you go. A set of 3 toothbrushes, a spray bottle of bug repellent, a stopwatch, and workman knee pads. Apparently, is what she's going to sell.
Steve will absolutely buy the polyhedral dice because he's not seen a full set of polyhedral dice probably since Judgment Day.
Oh, has it made your day?
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to? Obviously, there's a dollar cost which comes to the barter, but purely from a bit of fun perspective, what are you going to offer for a full complete set of polyhedral dice?
Well, if you remember, on Judgment Day, Normal Steve took delivery of Savage Worlds Epic Edition, which clearly is still in his pack somewhere. And some of the bits and pieces are probably a little bit battered and broken, but his dice have long since gone missing. But he's probably in amongst all of his currency, he's got various bits and pieces, and he picked up as some salvage somewhere a few blind packs of miniatures, and he's got some duplicates. So he's got a couple of spare mega clicks of Ultraman,
See.
and he's got a duplicate of the Amazing Bulk that he's willing to trade in as well.
Bulk. Okay. Seems possible. Seems fairly reasonable.
And I'm sure that's worth 45 out of his currency.
Set of polyhedral dice over to you there. Oh, hang on. I've just gone and put the token. I actually made a token for Naomi. I've just overwritten it with your token by mistake. That's isn't it?
You
Very
did.
easy to do that by mistake.
Yes. I don't appear to have. What's really annoying is I don't appear to have the anymore. Oh well, it's a shame.
Whenever I do it, I always do it to the same player. I don't know why. It's not intentional. I've only ever done it to one player, but I've done it to them about 4 times.
Okay, I think we're just going to have to give normal Steve some flashbacks because the only token I've got there now is Shane Gleams. So there we go.
No! It's the leprechaun.
It's not a leprechaun. Problem.
Looks like one though.
Is real token still in the shopper slot? Weirdly.
That's right. Now I've got a set of polyhedral dice, so I can play Savage Worlds Epic Edition.
Yay! Well, there's now a collection of miniatures up for sale in Naomi's trinkets if anyone else is there. Otherwise, we can press on. Yeah, there must be some other trade places. There's got to be some. There's got to be somewhere else where you can trade.
There's got to be an armorer or somebody in town.
But this armor was one of the things in there. It was a different tab. Oh, but there's nothing in it. Shut up now.
Yeah, I need to find a gunsmith. I need some bullets.
A junkyard for that.
Yeah, we're a little far away from there.
Yes, true.
We're not that far from Denver, but you don't want to go there.
No.
No.
I can't spell. I just
Besides,
spell
any bullets they sell there aren't going to fit.
No, I
No.
need some 9mm and 50 cal if they got it.
9mm. Okay, so 9mm. It costs $1 per bullet.
But you've got to see how much is available with your
I know.
Yes.
networking
know.
roles and stuff.
You do indeed. Means I've got to find the rules on that.
Well, we just got rid of their haunting issue, so I should have some decent pull in town.
You should indeed.
The rarity table and population models files are on page 42 of the book, if that helps.
That might help. Rarity table. There we go.
I believe the 9mm
Scrounging
is
selling goods
uncommon
availability.
and the 50 cal is rare.
Indeed. But it's
And then
you.
you need to know the population of Jacob's Piece as well.
I do know. Oh, hang on. I think I do know the population of Jacob's Piece. Actually, you wrote that in the module. Jacob's Piece.
This is where I wish Tabitha was around for her scavenger rolls.
1,000 approximately 1,000 citizens.
Oh, if only it was 1,001, because that puts you up to a -2 modifier instead of a -4.
Oh yes, but you are very you're quite well liked, so I'm sure we'll make it 1,001. It did say approximately, so it could be over.
Yeah. So -2 for the population, and then 9mm common, isn't it?
It is. A street rise roll is networking, isn't it? now?
Networking.
So it'd be persuasion.
So 9mm is a straight roll, and 50 cal is a roll at -2.
What's the common? What's the rarity of
Booze.
small whiskey? Yeah.
Uh,
Crap stuff.
Fine. Drugs, food and drink. Whiskey is rare, so that'll be at the -2. Or if you want moonshine, it'll be straight roll.
Moonshine's all I'm after, really.
Straight roll, $10, and there'll be 1d8 bottles available. Sorry, I'm riding right over the GM by having the sheet in front of me.
Fine.
So I have to roll my persuasion to see how many bullets I get. Is that the idea for networking?
To see if they're even available. But you can do intimidation if you want to be angry with them instead.
No, I'd rather not.
a minus. Uncommon bullets are 0, but -2 because of the population size. So I'm afraid you don't find any bullets. Would have been 10 if you had, but you didn't find any, I'm afraid.
And Sully does find 1d8 bottles of hooch at $10 each.
I haven't got enough money to buy that many, but I'll buy what I can afford.
You could always try and steal them.
Not like that.
Now, if I can't find any 9mm, can I get a shotgun and some bullets for shotguns? Because I'm going to need a backup weapon because I'm going to run out of ammo really fast if I'm firing 10 bullets at a time. Is there a way to switch the Uzi from fully auto to like semi-auto
Yeah. You
for
just
single
move.
shot so I'm not using so many bullets each time?
It
You just-
depend. I'm not sure if you can on a Uzi. Anyway,
Scattergun or a double barrel's common. Pump action's uncommon.
pump action is uncommon, which is basically -2 modifier. A double barrel being introduction. Double barrel being common
Yeah,
would be a straight roll if you just want a double barrel shotgun. Shotgun shells are rare.
Oh,
Which will be at
God,
-2.
even worse.
Oh no, sorry, shotgun slugs are rare. Buckshot, sorry, buckshot. Buckshot's uncommon.
Same issue. I still won't be able to find any bullets for it.
Well, it depends. It's
I'll
a
tell
separate.
you what,
It's a
Or
separate.
do I
have
get
an
to roll again?
I'll have an ask around for you. So let's see if we can find you one of them fancy smancy shotguns. I can be nicer than that, and I'm not fatigued anymore because I've been resting, I'm sure.
Indeed, page 40.
I can't find a shotgun, but let's have a look for some ammunition.
Oh,
Oh, there's a raise for some buckshot.
Oh, actually, I'm going to be nice to say you were looking for 9mm there. But
Was
you were
I?
looking for,
Okay.
well, you were looking for ammunition. Let's be
I'm
honest.
looking for
I'm
ammunition,
going to
and
say
if I
I'm going to
couldn't
be
find
nice to
any
say you're
9mm,
trying to get ammunition for either a shotgun or 9mm. You find 10 bullets.
Here you go. You're going to have to give me the money back for that, though.
10. Yeah, just spend $10 in barter.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I saw there was one of those mega clicks that I don't have at the traders, and I kind of
Just trying to find the cost of whiskey.
Yeah, no problem.
$10 for
Change
rock gut.
that to 373.
I've already paid for it.
It's fine. I trust you. You can have as many as you want. Oh, Jim Borg just
The main thing that my character will buy throughout the entire session, I memorised the price.
Because they have the hindrance.
Indeed. Now, that gets us on
The
to
very first bloody session, you have leprechauns stole half of what I had.
No, that's not very. Of course he did. He wanted to drink it for himself. Cheese, Lucy. Is an Uzi technically? An Uzi 9mm is technically not a Deadlands Hell on Earth weapon, but I'm not going to worry about that.
No, it would just be a submachine gun.
It would be a
some kind.
submachine gun, yes, of course.
So yeah, it's got a rate of fire of 3, but then it uses 10 bullets for all
Yeah.
for that.
It
So,
used to be 9. Slade increased the bullet rate because it used to be rate of fire times 3 in bullets, but suddenly that got bigger.
Yeah, the thing is, with a rate of fire of 3, that means you roll 3 shooting dice and a wild die, and you can hit up to 3 times. Just because a gun's got a rate of fire of 3 doesn't mean you have to use it. You can still fire a single shot.
Yeah, you can
Depends.
change the mode.
Does depend.
Yeah, with a
okay.
lot of
So
guns. You can.
will I have to put that in as a sub attack or something? So it's a rate of fire of 1.
For some reason, I'm not getting pages up there. I think you could do burst fast. You can do 3-round bursts. I'm going to say.
Yeah, as far as Hell on Earth is concerned, I'd say you'd use the same stats as the Tokarev machine pistol.
Yeah, I was just looking up the real one. Yeah. Yeah, Tokarev machine pistol 9mm. Not
Which
half as
has a
much
rate of
actually.
Rate of fire of up to 3, can do 3-round burst, and can do a single shot.
Doesn't say single shot, just says 3-round burst or rate of fire 3.
Yes, because they're always assumed to have the single shot. 3-round burst is in addition to being able to do a single shot.
See, no, automatic weapons don't usually do single shot. That's the issue I have with it. You usually do, yeah. So you can do 3-round burst or full auto with an Uzi. I've just looked it up. Benny's rule says bewildered badger.
Now, 3-round burst is +2 to hit, +2 damage, uses 3 shots.
So on what we do is we that rather and we sub attack. Yeah. R1. First. So we that and do that. Let's see what happened. Yeah, that took off 3 bullets correctly. And the damage for the damage for a 3, as you say, 3-round burst is +2 to hit, isn't it?
And +2 damage.
3-round burst, +2 to hit. Hit. Okay, and then damage +2. When you do a 3-round burst, you do that. It will come up with 3-round burst +1. Oh, because it's actually automatically programmed in, so I don't need to do that. On the hit. Okay.
If you give it that funny little hash arrow 3-round burst, it does all that for you.
Does, doesn't it? I've just noticed. Well, that's what I was trying to test. Okay. Anyone else want to do any shopping before you head out today?
Nope.
Righty ho. Let's head out today. Right. So I have to, as I was saying, I have to turn the adventure order around. That's okay. So I think I've just closed my module. Yeah. Adventure. Okay, so miles drift by, your vision wavering along the heat lines of the road before the vehicle in front of you swerve. Oh no, that's the wrong encounter. Everything I was just saying, that's later.
Oh, I had the most horrible dream.
A line of fire stretches through. Okay. A line of fire stretches for a good mile across the highway, the flames burning in the hulks of old vehicles and piles of skeletal corpses. Dixon radios in to veer east onto an access road as the spotter chatters about the depth of the fire and the amount of debris in the field. The convoy pulls off, plumes of dust rising as you begin your journey around the conflagration. Nerves on edge with each passing mile. So basically, yeah. For some reason, the whole stretch of the highway ahead of you is literally on fire. It takes after 2 hours of sort of backtracking and trying to get round. You can still see the highway, the black smoke from the highway. Yeah, basically you'll be making your way through old access roads, having to double back when the bridges are out, or if they're even just as bad. Basically, you're heading down as you're heading down. There's what's little more than a mud track. I need you to make some notice checks.
Are there still skeletal corpses nearby?
No. That was back on the highway.
As long as it's not at a minus, I've got one.
It's all good.
You just keep your mind on your driving, Cinder, your hands on the wheel. Keep your lazy eyes on the road ahead.
Okay.
Keep my eyes on the road and the hands upon the wheel.
You notice that you can see plumes of dust and smoke approaching multiple directions, and before you know it, the whole convoy screeches to a halt. Find yourselves surrounded.
Oh my.
Yeah, some of the bad guys got Joker. Okay, now I've done it by vehicle.
Apparently one of them is, in fact, one of them got so close that they've already rammed you, Sully, even though you rolled a 21 on your notice roll.
Yeah, that shouldn't be there. I don't know I don't know what that one's doing then. Let me work out where that's gone wrong. Okay. That should be back there. I don't know what's going on with that. Wrong, and I need to work out what it is.
Say what? Come again, breaker.
Hey, right. Let's try again.
You're muted.
It's me joking away, and no one can hear me because I muted myself.
That's unfortunate.
It is rather.
Okay, so Buggy 3 is there. Now that one's not. Why is that one not moving anymore? No. Travel to start. Let's try that. Maybe that's broke. Maybe I've broken that one somehow. We'll start that one up again. I was trying to be really clever, and it's obviously not worked. Move that one to there. See what happens. He's driving it, so okay. I realise what I've done wrong. Aha! Now I know now I've worked out what I've done wrong. Sorry. That's set up. It's still not. I had this crazy idea. I thought it'd work really well. See what happens. You out of the way, so sorry, guys. Trying to get all high techy anyway.
We're on the road again.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm just realising what I need to do. There. Okay. It's not doing what I wanted it to do, really, but okay. Broken it. I was trying to be really clever, and it's obviously not working. Not fair.
Maybe that should tell you something.
What?
I'll let you draw your own conclusions.
Just going to shoot you for that.
Worth it.
I've at least got cover from the vehicle I'm in.
I agree with that. Cover from a vehicle is just counts as hardness to the armor to the damage, doesn't it?
It's cover, and then if you hit without if you hit with the cover being taken into effect, you then have the hardness of the vehicle taken away from the damage.
That's what I'm saying here. He didn't hit you. He hit in front. You know what I'm trying to say. He's going for the
take the hardness. You take the hardness of the
Well,
car.
I'm not sure you know what you're trying to say, to be perfectly honest.
Well, very rarely.
Right. I don't know why that car isn't moving. I must have broken it somehow. Let's
404 engine not found.
So you take 10 off that damage, which means it shakes me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to do. You have
So I duck down and wind the remains of the window up.
indeed.
And it goes tinkle, tinkle.
And Sully, you're up.
How are these vehicles armed, and are they...
I don't think they do what I wanted them to do, these vehicles. Pretty annoying.
Are they stationary vehicles or moving vehicles, and how are they armed?
That was the thing. I was trying to be really clever. They're meant to be circling you.
Right, okay, I get the pick.
I don't think it's working.
I understand what you're going for, though, and that's what matters.
I'll try this instead to see if that makes any.
What's the negative modifier for aiming for a tyre?
It's going to be a cool shot, isn't it? It's got to be. How big is a tyre on a dune buggy in relation to the car? It's probably small, isn't it? Probably -4. Yeah, no, I had this great idea that I'd use, that pathing plugin. That they'd all drive around beautifully, but it's not doing it. So I'm going to try.
Oh,
Nice try. A tyre with a raise. This is directly on the tyre. She's got a lot lower toughness than the rest of the vehicle.
one would hope.
One would indeed hope. Actually, the game doesn't actually call into effect rules for that sort of thing, does it?
You just have to come up with it yourself as a GM. And then if it takes damage, assume that it's taken an automatic critical hit to a wheel, which is going to cause it problems.
Well, yeah, exactly right. He's lost control.
That was the idea.
Guidance traction. The wheels, tracks, cells are reduced handling by 1 each time this occurs. So yeah, you've just damaged the vehicle. So -1 to handling from this point on. Damage the tyre.
I look at the tyre and it goes pop.
Indeed. Okay. See, they are moving. It's actually doing what I wanted it to do. Right. Okay. This guy here is going to be Sully, which would be check the range manually. Medium range. So that's a miss. Plenty. Well, you're gonna have plenty of shotgun shells after this. They're firing boomsticks at you. Oh dear! I think I've hit Sully, even with a -2 range.
Or Sully.
Don't forget you got adventure cards. Sully ducks the shot at the last second. All good. You see, this car here was meant to come driving in, but I think it's already finished its move, so it's not doing it anymore. Bit annoying. Oh, look, they are working if I do it fast enough. So they are driving around like I wanted them to. Most of them are literally just driving around. Okay, the Burning Man, I'm just going to have to do him manually. This car, he gets to there this round. And jump out. Actually, no, it would get closer. It actually pulls up to there, jumps out. Got to attack Scott, but Scott's not here. So Scott. Burning Man. Interesting fellow. This guy jumps out and starts running towards you, Sally. He appears to be severely burned, and his vehicle has this and as he's been driving in, very much like that guitar in the Mad Max movie that just gouts flame. The back of his car's been gouting flame all over the place. And as he hops down out of the vehicle, he fires a flamethrower. Which can you evade flamethrowers?
You can evade flamethrowers.
May be evaded. So obviously Tabitha and Mika and Ransom in their vehicle duck down, but that's about it. But Sully gets to make an evasion roll from the flamethrower.
Is that agility?
It's an evasion check.
Athletics?
Yeah, agility
evasion.
-2.
Or slash roll evasion.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, slash roll evasion. Looks no be a space. Yeah, that was not very good.
Why are you fatigued, by the way?
Because I have night terrors and I didn't sleep well last night.
Ah, there we are. You're ready for honestly doing that because I didn't realise it. Challenge check evasion? What the hell's a challenge check evasion?
It's
You-
not out yet because you're in live still.
Is that what I should have clicked?
No. I think I've got an awful lot of updating to do on the Suede rule set very soon.
Okay. Well, I failed my evasion. So I'm a little toasty.
I think very toasty.
Possibly to be fried. Let's see if I
Oi,
can.
you already rolled the damage and rolled an 8.
I rolled the damage for the vehicle. If you notice, this is the damage for Sully. This is you roll separately for wild cards.
Hmm.
Let's see if I can soak a bit more of it than that.
Look, that 19 points of damage would have caused severe damage to the NPC you're trying to save. You know.
Hmm.
Fortunately, at the
Okay.
moment, the armor truck is okay. Now I still have one last bit of damage to roll.
Say that it hit me on the right side and not the left, please.
Okie
It can't make that side look any worse than it already does.
dokie. Well, look, it looks like it hit you on the right hand side, doesn't it? Because of the positioning. Okay, the
That's right then.
Blood Moon Gang is going to hop out the car as well. Don't do much else. And they're just. Oh, Tabitha's not around.
Are we driving or are we just stopped in the middle of the road?
You're stationary. To be honest, they're going to probably start getting out as well. Ransom is going to. Okay, Ransom's going to fire. That's a hit. Suddenly, from behind you, you hear a sort of pump noise, and something lands in the back of the truck.
Truck. Their truck then.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I think I want to get out of the way, but it's not my action, is it?
Okay. I'm going to upgrade what he's got because there's less to do there. Oh. Just make it non-lethal after. I'll do the non-lethal damage afterwards. But yeah, the grenade lands and detonates. Okay, well, the vehicle takes instant wound. No crew inside, but that's okay. The Burning Man. I've got a Benny, I can spend one of those pennies. Soaks the damage. And the other guy. It says knocked out, but that's because I used the beanbag damage instead of the explosive damage. But he's very, very dead. Okay. That the buggies keep driving round sort of interesting way. And this guy's going to come running in. I did everything up. Trying to sort it all out earlier. There's less of you than I thought. Paranoid. The whole pot. He'll come running into there. Will fire his boomstick. El Diablo. Scott's not here. We'll put on hold. Okay. Goes Pete. This is. Diablo opens. Oh, that was the damage. That was meant to be the shot shot, not the damage. Let's see what. Let's see if I hit. Yeah, he's dead. How many shots he's out of the action? Okay. Oh, looks like that vehicle's emptying everyone. There. One has parked up, drives in, and 3 of them come piling out, heading towards the van with Tabitha in it. Hey, shocking. Oh, what are they up to? Corey. Oh, no, goes first. I forgot on the map. Them. Let's put them there. Their vehicle that way. She's going to come running over to here. Swing a katana. And miss. Fire his police pistol. And hit. Doing. Wound. Why that took forever to actually delete that. Okay. Should give control of these guys to you lot, but okay.
They're only semi-cowboys. What's the rest of?
Sorry?
I said, if they're only semi-cowboys, what's the rest of them?
Oh, haha,
Once
because
they
they're
let
on.
you leave, then once they get a bit more excited.
Why it says that, I don't. Okay, the vehicle doesn't go out of control. Hunting rifle with scope. Oh no, hit! Hunting rifle with scope. Yes. Oh, what I heard this thing, but I don't know. Okay. 11. So this Blood Moon ganger comes running up and tries to stab you through the open cockpit. Okay, Jimborg, you're up, sir.
Okay. These people are shooting at my friends, aren't they?
They are.
Mhm.
What did your programming say about that?
They're all gonna die. Flamethrower man's got to go first though, and is convenience for me because he's not in the direction of my buddies.
Flamethrower man's there. Oh, so you open fire with your Ripper. Nah.
Head mounted on my head. Now, do I want to give him a Benny? Do I want to give him a Benny? I don't really, do I? I'll take shaken.
Okay. Already got 2 beddies at the moment.
And I'll walk over there towards him.
Okay. And Cinder.
Cinda, I think, is going to smack this blood ganger with my billy club. And miss.
It says, roll out the beddies. We'll have more beddies, more fun. Okie dokie. They spend a penny.
Alright.
I get one, so I'm happy with that.
So I hit with the billy club. Doing 12. To Blood Moon Ganger 17.
Down he goes. That brings us to normal Steve.
Now, it's really, really annoying that Jim Borg and Orr have got out of their vehicles, but I'm going to ask this question anyway. If a power says you can affect additional targets, can the additional target be a vehicle?
Logically, yes.
Brilliant. So I'm not going to be able to do this with everybody now because I won't have enough PowerPoints, and me casting short would be a really bad idea. But do you remember that really famous film by the renowned director Timmy Talkytown, XM the Xenomorph? And there's the scene where Billy, on his dirt bike with the Xenomorph sat on the front, started to fly.
Hmm.
Normal Steve is going to cause a radioactive wind to pick up, and all of our vehicles are going to start to fly. Now,
Send phone home.
I don't have the fly power, but just for now I do. So all of our vehicles can now fly. And since we're still on the same card as we were before, and moving a vehicle is a free action, Cinder, if you'd like to make a driving roll, we can fly. And I've stunned the GM.
I'm just thinking, it took me forever to set up this bloody encounter, and you're just all going to fly off.
I'll fly away.
Sorry, you have to use piloting to fly.
Uh-oh.
I love
Well,
that.
actually, to maneuver with the fly power, there's no required actual maneuvering roll, but yeah.
There is, it's athletics.
Well,
Normally,
that I can
it's
roll.
Oh yeah, but if you're piloting a vehicle. I've got to screw you over somehow.
Billy in XM the Xenomorph didn't have to. He was fine.
Reality's a
So should
movies,
I
mate.
roll an
Reality's a movies.
unskilled
No.
He might have applied it to Elliot, and he carried the bike with his hands.
Well, in that case, Steve will just cast Fly on himself.
No, hang on, no, hold up. Don't get me wrong. If I allows a character to soar at pace 12 or twice that with a raise, he may not. How may affect more than one time. You're going to have to shortcast if you want to target everyone, including the people that got out their vehicles.
No, I'm not targeting the people that got out of the vehicles. I'm just targeting the vehicles.
So you're going to leave Shako and all behind and let their vehicle fly off.
Well, unless somebody's driving the vehicle, it's not going to go anywhere. It can fly. Same with Jim Borg's vehicle. Shaka's still in the vehicle, though, isn't he?
Echo when the wheels flew.
Yeah, Shaka's still in the vehicle, isn't he? It's only all that got out.
So glad someone got that reference. It makes my night.
I
Night. It
did.
really does.
Of course I did.
I made that joke the first week, but never mind.
Well, I made it this week, so.
There you go.
Right, well,
If it's
I
going to cause
just
if it's
probably
going
gonna-
to if it's going to cause you too many problems, I will just cast it on normal Steve, who will zip up into the air.
right. Well, no, I put all you out of the bloody vehicles, didn't I? Ugh. Right.
You
Well,
didn't
where do you
actually,
want to move the truck? No,
because
because
I'm stuck in the FAV.
no, I meant I didn't just put your vehicles on there. I put yourselves on there as well. You know what fancy grounds? are,
Right.
People in
Yeah.
vehicles. Right. So, where are you moving the car to? You have to.
Well, that's up to Cinder because Cinder's driving. No reason you can't just take the car 12 straight up in the air, though.
That's true.
Don't, if you
So I
take the
could
car
move
12,
12?
you could take the car straight up in the air. You could take the car straight up in the air by 12 inches. Just remember, in 30 seconds' time, I need to roll this. You're still up there.
No, you don't, because I can maintain the power.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think we'll fly up 12. We'll fly up 2 and then we'll head this way for 10.
This is a
Oh,
fucking
I didn't-
nightmare.
Not normal Steve over the CB will say,
Nico's trying to do it.
"Hey, everybody, believe you can fly."
There, yeah.
Having too much. Yeah, I'm having no fun here. Right. Yeah, that worked.
Oop.
Well, I can't pick Cinder. I hate the stacking. I wish they fixed the bloody stacking. What the hell's 12 inches in miles per hour?
I don't know.
Actually, I do. Because it's placed at 12, isn't it? So that'll be 36 feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is 12 times 6. 72 feet. Okay, right. Hang on.
49 miles an hour.
You won't be very fast.
No, but we'll also not have to worry about terrain, which they will.
Right. Well, I'll just spend the next hour sorting out all the changes. Pay that. Don't need an effect. Actually, you only did it on cars, or did you?
Yeah, I've allowed all the vehicles to fly with some kind of weird mystic nuclear effect.
One.
Nucleonic
Two.
gravity.
It's nucleoid war.
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets. I make that
And Sully's bike, 7 targets.
7 targets. Well, that got me an interesting console error.
Oh.
Why Sully's bike gives me console errors.
Mm.
Hours. They apply nice and fast.
I could fly up in the sky. Oh, bollocks, I can.
Yeah, because I worked out it's 3 power points for fly, and then 6 extra targets at 2 each was my 15 power points exactly.
Boom guy, go boom guy.
I think Dust Digger fails to cope with that.
Unless, of course, Dust Digger is focusing only on driving.
Why? It's not a chase. It's combat.
Ah, true.
He's stalled. Two hits, wasn't it? Only the 2 hits.
Hmm.
Points of damage. Why is it? Oh, no, there it is. The critical hit. See what we get on the critical hit. We get
No, it was 4 hits. Because the scale modifier applies after the die roll is modified for the recall, so the 3 and the 2 actually both hit.
Okay, so for critical hit roll. The extra wounds. It's got severe damage. Brackets and -1. Close brackets. Righty ho, that's good. New round. Burning Man's car's just sitting there. The Burning Man unshakes. He's going to a Molotov cocktail. Shakes that. That means Pete needs to make a controlled driving roll, which he does. That's good. That's okay. And then didn't damage the vehicle, therefore those who are inside are okay. This buggy over here is obviously going to start driving that way, chasing after. Yeah, handling roll. That handling roll. Oh, I set up something better if he decided to veer to a chase. Going at 21. Oh, so
Jim Borg, get the hell back in your car and join the jet set. How very dare they?
The FAV's unarmored underside is exposed as you fly along, and unfortunately, he flies straight into something that looks very, very important. Now, you don't have ace, do you?
Well, I'm not driving.
No, I'm looking at Cinder. Cinder doesn't have ace, so that's the FAV is destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Oh well, I tried
And
to do
I guess
something.
I
Fool.
can't.
Never
I
mind.
can't do anything to soak those.
I'm afraid you can't now.
Oh no!
It's a shame. That was a very unlucky roll there. I wasn't trying to be malicious. It was just like. Okay.
Oh no!
Okay,
No, it's
so-
all right. If you were trying to be malicious, it wouldn't have worked.
No, it wouldn't have done, would it? That's the thing. Okay, so normal Steve is shaken, but the FAV crashes to the ground in an in a crumpled heap of death and destruction. There's
Oh,
no more.
damn.
Jim Borg's next.
Who was on board that one?
Me and Cinder.
Okay.
My dice!
Now, if I was being malicious, I'd say, unfortunately, yes, they got the vehicle got shot in the dice. Actually, I technically still have to make a critical hit roll because
Mm,
Don't believe that dice is an option on that chart.
no, but
fluffy ones, maybe.
no, but the occupants are.
If it hits an occupant and it's normal Steve, you're going to roll again to see if it's hit in the dice, aren't you?
Funny, wouldn't it? Okay. Obviously, yeah. Basically, what actually happened is it hit the underside. It literally shot up into the engine block and literally took out the whole steering, and that's why all of a sudden you lost control of the vehicle. That rocky outcrop, you literally just flew into the rocky outcrop. So Jim Borg has done some stuff because I was too busy looking for a table, so I wasn't paying attention to what he's done. He's done 2 wounds on the Burning Man. Burning Man. .com. An oversight on my part, so that's the end of the Burning Man. Oh no, he must be a wild card. He just doesn't have any bennies. In that case,
Hard choices.
Of course, I have to spend my own bennies on that. Okay, so I can retroactively undo the damage, remove his bennies because it's hard choices. Thank you for reminding me for that. Have a benny. Give him 15 points of damage, and then I spend GM bennies and soak the damage. So 1 wound. Okay.
Now I'm going to hit him again.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to try and hit him again. Jim's getting bennies. Doesn't deserve them.
Lots of lovely bennies. Billy was still peddling the bike, says Bewildered Badger. A while back, when we were talking about the control of it, I missed it, but he was pointing out that Billy was peddling the bike. Had to control the bike. Okay, Blood Moon Ganger 21.
Would have been going before Jim Borg because
Yes,
Jim
he
Borg
would have
just
done.
gone, so
Yes. I'm not sure why the combat tracker went in reverse. I'm very confused. It's my confusion. That's why I couldn't work it out. That was the one that just took out your vehicle. Okay. He's going to run. Get 9. And it's to there. And He literally goes running up towards the big semi trailer truck and throws a Molotov cocktail up into one of the guard towers at the back of the vehicle. You hear lots of screaming and cries as one of the cowboys goes up in flames. This guy here, he's going to use the boomstick and fire into the armored minivan. Causing the armored minivan to be shaken. Means Tabitha has to make a check or go out of control on a flying van. No problem at all there. Cindy, you're up.
Cinda is pissed. Cinda's going to move from the driver's seat to the 50 cal. And she's going to shoot
right.
Burning Man's car with the 50. Here's my vehicle.
Need to be fair here. So.
Inventory, vehicle, FAV. No gun there.
No, because it's wrecked.
The
Shouldn't
gun's
the
wrecked
vehicle then?
too.
The vehicle's
Yes.
wrecked. The gun's wrecked. It is an ex vehicle. It has ceased to be. It is not merely pining
Gun.
for Detroit.
Oh, and I am really pissed. Then I guess I will have to get out and
Push.
no, if it's wrecked, it's wrecked. I'm not pushing it. I got too much trouble here in the face, so I will move over to Blood Moon Ganger, and hit him with my billy club.
Go for it. Is shaken. Normal Steve is shaken. You'll have to do a manual spirit check.
Yep.
So,
Is
because
there anybody on? Yeah, because it's being weird. Is there anybody on board Doom Buggy number 2?
Doom Buggy number 2. Yeah, it's got. You can see three. You can see 3 people in there.
I can I? Right. In which case,
I'm gonna let me put them. You know what I mean? Let me put them on the map.
yep. Because the area effect attack I'm doing isn't actually going to damage the vehicles, I don't think, because it's a toxic cloud. Is the trapping?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure it can't actually damage the vehicles, but it can get the guys inside.
Hang on a sec. I need to let me put the other guys on the map then. There. There you go.
Oh, hang on.
It's a pretty big rock. I know it's an area of effect and it's gas. I'm only being.
Yeah. I can't seem to target number 21. Every time I do it, untargets something else.
I know that something's gone very funky with the It's gone very funky with the stacking today. I don't know why. Very strange.
Okay.
Just move him there, and then if we click on you.
Right. Yeah, I think I've got them all targeted now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Something's going funny with targeting stacking today. What it is.
And I shouldn't be shaking anymore because I made that. So I am releasing a toxic cloud.
Look, we told you before. Just hold it in.
And no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna strain to really push this one out. You're gonna get a Benny from it.
Is that you wafting it?
Yep.
You're wafting it, yeah.
Right. So the large
Off
burst
with
template
toxic
covers
cloud.
those two vehicles.
Yes.
It has
Yeah.
the shroud effect, and it has lingering damage. So the shroud effect will stay in place, blocking line of sight for a round while the lingering damage occurs as well. So all of these have got lingering damage on them too.
Okie dokie.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage rolls I need, isn't it?
Yep.
And anyone that survives has got 2d6 lingering damage at the start of the next their next
Yeah,
go.
hold up. Do not
Just
end
apply
your
the
turn.
effect.
Right at the
Oh,
end.
you haven't
not
got
got
the
the
2D.
effect
You haven't
yet.
got the lingering damage effect yet. Oh right, because we're not.
Okay.
Mostly because I didn't put it in my mod.
Okay. I think I think the bug that speeds up the combat tracker must have already been done because those effects are applying even faster than they did before.
Mm.
Okay, shaken. Incapacitated. Taken. Unharmed. Incapacitated. Incapacitated. Right, it was silent but violent.
It was. And then I'm going to run over here, and since Sully's sidecar is empty, I'm going to jump into the sidecar and say, "You can fly, Sully! You can fly!"
Do I wish that tune wasn't copyrighted? So JJ,
Right, I'm
sorry, I was talking to the dog.
I was waiting for someone to actually do I was waiting for someone to do their move, but they didn't.
I did move my move.
Showing up.
I don't see it either.
Oh, I see it.
It's not showing it for me either. Oh wait, no, you bobbled back and forth, and
Does it show it
oh,
now?
there we go. Now I see it.
There
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah, I'd done it. I was waiting to click my end turn till it happened, but obviously it didn't come through to you. Now I shall end my turn.
No, well, don't worry. I've just done it anyway, just to move because of your effects thingies.
Yeah.
Okay, Tabitha is going to make a driving check, which automatically by opening.
Fly away, Tabitha! Fly away!
Okay. Ransom's firing his machine pistol rapidly at the vehicle, a desperate attempt to damage it, but it doesn't look like it's going to do so. Right, Shaka. She can jump back in, driving roll, and fail to start the engine.
Oh,
Is she,
right.
Digger. Let's see what Digger can do. Okay, Digger gets his vehicle going. Max is going to drive away.
JJ, shut up.
1, 2, 3 hits. 1, 2, 3, 3 hits. Boss, it did some good. Destroys the vehicle, the Doom buggy.
Doomed. Doomed buggy.
Okay, these guys take lingering damage on their turn, don't they?
They do start their turn. Unshakes, chokes to death.
Yep. Leave that Doom buggy because it can't do anything. This guy must. I don't know where this guy came from. I will just. And here comes the spam. Right, Doom buggy over there. He's not doing anything. Guy. And he then blames it on. I'm definitely missing the chats today. Okay, I'm not sure why the combat track. Very funky. It was just enough to. He's shaken. Lingering damage goes away. And Sully is no longer shaken. Steve.
Okay, well, it's then. I'm going to fly up with this thing. And circle around giving Steve the chance to use the gun in the sidecar.
Sully, we're supposed to be getting away.
Shoot them!
I don't know how to use a gun.
Point it
Anyway.
and pull the trigger.
Well, technically, he's already acted this turn, so he can't use the gun this turn.
Indeed.
Anyway, I need your handling roll. I should have made you do before I accepted your
I didn't go
move.
piloting or what?
Driving.
Put me back.
Driving. I was only.
We're only
Okay.
joking, were you? I am, however, bennying that. That was crap. As was that.
I'll just move you back.
There we go. What I needed you to do, move me back so the dice would work. Very, very well.
I didn't say loop the loop.
Don't know what. Worry too much about it. Once you get away, and I'm not. But well, I could potentially up there. Go to players, rotate it 45 degrees like so. That. Like that. There you go. Makes no logical sense, but there you go.
Got to do with roleplay.
We may, well, depending what happens, we can transfer from a static map to a chase map if we need. But anyway, Doom Buggy. On a combat map, you move 12 inches maximum, so they can keep up with you at 8. This Doom Buggy is just going to drive up to here. Driving seat. These two in the back. He's doing the driving. Doomstick. Raise. Hey. Don't think El Diablo. El Diablo's going. Pico's Pete. Doesn't have ace. That's 2 wounds to their truck. Make an out of control roll. Okay, they're going out of control. Distracted. And then I get to roll on the critical hit table. Okay, no special damage there. Okay. Yeah. Hey. Beat. Oh, they got distracted. He fails his handling check again. They were distracted again, which doesn't make any difference then. Therefore, distracted twice, and oh no,
It was very carry on of you.
was Uh, Hey, this vehicle goes spinning wildly out of control as Eco's Pete slumps over on the steering wheel.
Oh heck!
Question, were we travelling north to south or south to north on this map?
You would,
North,
yeah,
north.
you were heading, yeah, you are driving off north because you had to do a detour. So you at the moment you were turning north. So at the
Well, you
moment
don't have to explain it for actual compass points. Just which way off the map we are.
you're technically driving the wrong way off the map to your long-term direction, but yeah, okay. So
It's all right. The
yeah.
map might be upside down. Who knows?
Basically the vehicle goes careening off the track, and then it's a loud crump as it hits the debris field on the side there. Eco's Pete, El Diablo. El Diablo might be okay, but Eco's Pete, unfortunately, fatal wound to the chest.
No.
Okay, so what I need to do is that, and that. So error. Need to do that. 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 Oh, I need. Oh, crud. Underneath. No, he's not. That's absolutely fine. Handling roll. Okay. Takes off 2 inches up into the air and drives off after. One of the Blood Moon gangers jumps into the Doom buggy here, steals it, and starts flying off after everyone else flying down the road. End of the round.
Percy.
Heels on.
Leaving Jim
That's
Borg
all right.
without a ride.
Who stole my car?
Probably keep up my running.
A Blood Moon ganger jumped into your car and flew off in it.
Flew off.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
because
took
your
the
car can
keys
fly.
out. I had the keys. I didn't leave the keys in the car.
Well, he
Took the
hotwired
keys-
it then, didn't he?
He didn't hotwire it because I got the hot
Fly
wires.
powers.
God
You've
damn.
got the hot wires.
Yeah, I got them
Expect
dangling
that
by
to
my
work.
head. So when I want to think, I'm a robot. Remember? Yeah,
Hot wire. No, I'm not even going to. Never mind.
that's exactly what it was. I hot wired me dads down to the Jeds.
My.
A truck moved.
I want to know what your directives are.
Disturbing, apparently.
Well, you're a heavy can. You've got, you've got like 3 directives.
I
Yeah.
have, yeah.
I do
I
believe
know
he
what they
did.
are. Doesn't mean I'm going to tell you.
Well, so we can manipulate you.
Yeah, exactly.
He does. He has written up his directives, and I did check him for the record. But that's all good. He'd write up his directives.
Well, you can see the first one why I didn't start doing that thing and I walked over there with my ex. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I know. I know.
I'm guessing you're probably expendable.
That's what you wish.
Well, that was a good shot. Grant Dixon, very upset that one of his men got killed, literally fires a shot into the engine block of one of the Doom buggies. And our driver manages to keep control of the vehicle. But that might not be the case. I think the driver might be in trouble here.
Busy concentrating, he doesn't notice the bullet went through him.
Yep. So, yep, that's the driving. Okay, so then which way it skids? Odds right, evens left. Evens left. So by its same description, it goes careening over there and crashes horribly, killing all the occupants instantly because it's more cinematic that way.
Is it going to blow up then?
Oh yeah, there'll definitely be an explosion of wheels everywhere.
Yeah, about 7.
Should be pointed out, by the way, that vehicle's sitting there in the bird. If you've killed the driver for that vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Jimbo will have to nick that one.
Okay, guy failed to get the engine going on that vehicle, especially as he's shaken, but he was unshaken, so he... Shaken status removed. Oh, this guy fires a shot at Min-Max as the vehicle drives by. Unfortunately, hits the protective shielding around the vehicle. Digger just drives 12. Assuming. Max. I like the fact this guy shot at him. I should say. She's going to shoot back. I think he might be in trouble. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he's incapacitated, hit for 4 wounds, and then incapacitated.
I think he's out.
I think he's very out of this fight. Okie dokie, what's next? Oh, the Doom Buggy. A driving check. I know. Actually, he's going to come up to here.
My Doom Buggy, that one's got an it's got a booby trap. It's going to blow up if it gets 100 feet from me.
Okay, that's fine. He sideswipes. He sideswipes at Tabitha, taking out Mika. if your vehicle explodes. Armored minivan, combat, posed driving role. Let's do it. Tabitha avoids the sideswipe with no problems whatsoever. Blood Moon Ganger is the one doing the driving. Okay, the Burning Man's car's not going to do anything, and the Burning Man shakes and hits you with a flamethrower, Jimborg. Not literally, he just fires it. So you get to try an evasion. Ooh, new dice.
Yep, I'm going to Benny that.
You don't catch fire. Pleased to know. Successful. Sully and normal Steve, all on the same card, obviously. So if normal Steve wants to fire,
I shall wait to see where Sully goes.
Has Jimbo got any sort of transport at all?
I
That
kill
car's
Burning Man,
available,
I'll nick his car.
I think he's
And,
eyeing up that car.
Right.
and Cinder might need to dive in it.
Okay. Is Burning Man still alive?
He is.
Oh, we can do something about that.
Okay. The Burning Man. So I'm going to come round here, give him the opportunity to get Burning Man, then go back up that way. How many can I actually move in one go with this?
12.
You go then.
Okay.
That's to give him ample opportunity to take a sort of action against Burning Man.
Does Burning Man appear to be wearing anything in the way of armor?
Does Burning Man appear to be wearing anything away? Burning Man is.
Is he unarmored? I don't know.
Hang on, that doesn't. The Burning Man. Yeah, okay. The Burning Man is definitely wearing armor. It's like, hang on, he's got toughness of 7 and 9 points of armor. It's like, no, he's meant to have 2 points of armor, which takes his toughness 7 to toughness 9.
Right. Okay.
Means I might have killed him already then.
No, you were actually hitting him when he had toughness 7 instead of toughness 9. So you were actually getting it easier.
Mhm. Right. In which case, I think to make a mockery of his armor, I shall target him with a neutron blast as we strafe past. A slight overkill with the AP6.
Maybe it's not.
Oh, maybe it's not indeed. Let's spend a penny on that. Or not, as the case may be. Oh, well, that, I've shaken him. That'll do.
What I meant to do was spend a penny to unshake.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. I was curious what would happen if you dropped a penny unshaken on the combat tracker and it treats it as a soak, which is interesting.
It does.
Hmm.
I tried!
Enough.
I talked over you when you were trying to roleplay, and I shut up, but there's nothing happened. So,
No, because I did my roleplay bit.
oh, I talked over. Okay, Tabitha starts driving away as fast as can because she's got Micah in the back. And some. Okay, Blood Moon Ganger number 10 is no longer shaken. He is going to use his improvised blade. Cinder. Hitting. Taking Cinder. Nothing too bad there. Guy opens fire at the minivan, but it has no real effect. And then that 16, and who's this? This is that's number 16. I don't know. Anyway, Jimborg's up.
He's got armor, has he? Okay. Oh, fuck that shit if there's a nearby.
I've got so many bits.
My rolls are just amazing, aren't they?
I'm in awe.
Right. Maybe this time they can actually get away without stalling the engine.
Looks like it.
Right? The old lady just tosses the old lady just tosses a Molotov cocktail out the vehicle as they drive off.
Stink good liquor. I could grunt that.
Okay, Cinder recovers from being shaken.
Well, I guess I'm not doing enough with the Billy Club. So I think I'm going to shoot Blood Moon Ganger number 10 with my Uzi in a burst 3-shot or a rate of fire 1.
Go for it.
Oh, it will be Benny in that. Come on. All
Hit with a
right.
raise.
Oh, no.
It's enough to walk away without him getting a free attack on you. There's still another vehicle.
Is
Maybe
it?
this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. In that
he's
case,
shaken.
then.
He can't. If he's
If he's
shaken, he can't.
if he can't do anything.
Yep.
In that case, then I will run to here
Okay.
and attempt to get this vehicle started.
Yeah. Wonder where I've done with it.
Slide
Okay.
like Bo and Luke over the bonnet and get in the driver's seat.
Did notice, and I need to sort it out now.
Okay. I only fired it once. That should be 29 instead of 32.
Yes, unfortunately, when you spend bennies to re-roll, it does take off the ammo again. It's a lovely little quirk, so you do have to keep your eye on that one.
All right. I will add that, put that back up to 29 then.
What I need to do now is I need to go find the car, which is here. Where's the car? What is here? That. Split them out. Not the console error. And then I need to the car again because I take the car and put it there. Okay. A Doom Buggy driver can make a driving check. I'll start the car. I'll spend so many pennies. As many as it takes to get this one moving. That many. Driver in. And the Burning Man. Already been this turn. New round begins. SUV and you go. Going first. Get them out of here. Okay. Cowboys. Okay, so the cowboys are pulling away, unaware that people are still stuck left behind. That's it. So basically, the Burning Man drops a cocktail, throws a cocktail right at Jimborg, knowing full well it'll hit him as well. He grins as the flames lick around him, barely damaging him.
And it goes out.
It goes out, basically, yeah. Ganger remains shaken. And Cinder, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to make a driving roll, I guess.
Okay, hold up. I'll give you the stats for vehicles. So go over to the inventory vehicles. Delete the FAV for it has died.
Yes.
You the Burning Man car instead. Then we have to make you the driver for that. Driver for that as well. There you go.
All right.
See-
I'm going to make a driving roll to get it started back up, and then I'm going to. The idea is to pull in, run over the Burning Man, so Jim Borg can get in the vehicle, and then we can catch up to the rest of everybody.
Okie dokie. That's absolutely fine.
That's the plan, anyway.
I think we'll treat that as a posed roll on your driving to his athletics. It's a 7 for you.
Oh.
Unless, of course, you want to re-roll. And of course.
Well, I think I might.
Okay.
That's a little better.
Cool. Definitely sensible that you use the re-roll. Okay, so let's just say you're going to run him over. Let's just arbitrarily do that. You back up and just wheel spin a lot, I think. Oh, you might survive. He basically rolls to the side, avoiding an awful lot of the damage, but he is shaken and wounded and giving Jim Morgan a chance to jump in the vehicle. Makes it or not, it's another matter. Bloodmoon Ganger.
I'm going to go last in the round, so yeah, I've got a two of whatever's. In 3 weeks, I'll get to move.
Yeah, he's on the map. Let's just get rid of him. Vanished. Tabitha will just drive. Right, Tabitha gets to make a driving roll. Oh no!
No.
I'm going to have to make that an out of control roll, aren't I? Okay, so basically, move, blew him over there slightly. Not going to worry too much about distracting because by the time it gets back to them, yeah. Okay. Brings us to Sully.
Okay. Um. Shaken guy, is he stood up or is he prone?
Stood up.
Okay, I'm going to aim my bike so that the wheels hit him on the head as we run over him.
Okay, make your driving check. Test. Rolls.
But just before Sully drives off, I'm going to do something to the Burning Man.
Okay.
Where are we? That's the one, I think. Yeah, I'm going to try and give the Burning Man a really bad case of the glows.
Oh, that's a pretty successful try, I think.
Just killing the guy you run over.
Right, so the Burning Man needs a smarts roll at -2. Get. Oh, well. He's still fatigued. And he's glowing. But other than that, nothing for a round, and nothing other than that, nothing happened.
Well, there we go. He's glowing.
He's busy glowing nowhere.
Nothing much else to do.
Huge wads of earth kick up in front of you, Sully, as this guy over here just files his boomstick at you. Okay, they're okay. They'll just carry on moving. They'll be fine. Uh-huh. What do they have? Well, they don't. They just got the mother. Just froze whole cocktail on the top cocktails. You need to make a check. Well, I'm going to make that out of control roll. We did have a cocktail just thrown at them. Okay. Going anywhere this round? Doom Buggy White. Oh, yeah, that's the guy that nicked. Guy that nicked. That's the guy. Doom Buggy.
The White Titan.
Yes. Going on there. Yeah. So, Error City. See. Okay, it's not going to fix itself, is it? He makes it. There. That's all he can do. Keep up the chase. That guy's just causing me no end of console error. I'm just going to delete him. Go to NPCs. Go find another Blood Moon Ganger. On the vehicle, like so. Okay. On the vehicle, like so. Vehicle back. Right. Him as the driver on the vehicle, and that fixes the console errors. Wonderful stuff. Jim Borg. Cinder and the car are there technically because they're rally mode. After doing a big wheel spin round and come back. So actually, yeah, it's not like that. Come like that. Come like that. Backwards and forwards just to try and get him down. Okay, Jim Borg, what are you up to, sir? Now, you can just hop in that car, but obviously you can always hit the Burning Man first.
Can I kill Burning Man first?
If you want to.
Got no bennies because no one's letting bennies flow around here.
That's a shame, isn't it? Hard choices and all that.
Absolute disgrace.
I'd give you one of mine, but we don't have common bond, I'm afraid.
Broom, broom.
Room. Okay.
Broom, broom.
Just so you can appreciate it. Oops. There's the Burning Man.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, so you hop into the vehicle. So I need to find vehicle. Jim Borg and scroll up the vehicle to wherever Cinder is. Cinder's there. What I can do is, Jim Borg, if you want to, you can man the flamethrower on the vehicle, on the back of the vehicle.
Who's driving it?
I'll
Cinder.
drive. I'll drive, you shoot.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Let me share the vehicle. Okay. Right. So I move the combat tracker down to there for ease of roundage. Next round, get off this map. We will be good. You'll be all the way. Okay. Mine worked out rather well in the end. Okay, Tabitha gets to drive. She do this turn. Gains control of the vehicle and accelerates away down the road. I think I won't worry too much about that. Okay, that brings us down to you guys.
Alrighty. Well, we're gonna drive away, and I'm gonna drive, and he's gonna shoot.
Go for it.
You want to shoot first, and then I'll drive?
Burning Man just vanish off the map. But Burning Man just disappeared. He should be there. There you go. You're going to shoot the Burning Man. Oh, you buggered off somewhere. That sounds like you're just going to drive Cinder. Cinder,
All
He
right.
can't find. Hasn't got the juice for his flamethrower, obviously.
obviously.
Hmm.
We gave him the chance, but obviously he doesn't want to. Well, which is you obviously have to swerve around. Oh, only yeah, you can't. This one isn't
They're
flying.
flying.
They're flying, so you can actually drive underneath them. Thinking about it.
That's right.
But we'll put you there, no problem at all. Agility check. Fails to avoid, so you can hit him with the damage. Unfortunate, isn't it? Burning Man unshakes. Who's left? Not worrying too much about the chase. The chase is your beagle chase. I just want to know what Sully and Normal Steve are going to do.
Well, Sully's letting the dog in, and we'll come back in just a second. And hopefully, that range is not going to be too great. Yeah. Check Discord.
Technically speaking, if we're going to be pedantic, I'd just been skipping them. They have technically moved.
Right.
I was just skipping them because I was just gonna let you guys have one last round of action, and then obviously with the Burning Man left behind and so many of them massacrated.
They're still in range. That's fine.
Okay.
Check Discord anyway. Mad Max says we should have pennies.
I've got to give Benny's for that one.
Damn, it keeps. There, I got that one. Now I want that one. Right. So I'm going to use the Benny that we just got from a friendly person to get the PowerPoint so that I can toxic cloud that vehicle.
Accurate.
Yeah. And they're not out of range. Because of the extra PowerPoints, I can do it.
Okay. And then Sully will just guns the engine and off we go. Driving off into the dust, leaving the bad guys. They're going to give up the chase. If you cause another vehicle to crash, that's too much for them, and they just decided they. Okay, so I think.
Yeah. And the cars you rode in on.
Okay, right. Right. Now, do something. Yes. Now,
Damn, that really took it out of me.
Back and rest.
In this thing? Oh, I might be younger than you, but my bones feel older.
Bags in there. Help.
No. No, suspension would help.
I'm flying still.
Not for much longer. Land now.
Everybody
Everybody land! Everybody land now! Oh my god!
Yeah, actually,
Landing,
you're
landing.
about to fall out the sky now. Actually, next round.
No, I got my PowerPoints back, so I did have enough to continue it if needed. But I want everyone to land now, please.
Hey. Right, you get on your way. You're driving. You're all well and good. You survived. It's clear all that. You pull over. You mourn the loss of Pico Pete and El Diablo as they unfortunately didn't make it out of there alive. But everyone else seems to be okay, which is the main thing. And some battering and bruising. You've got back onto the. You've got back. Got back onto the main.
Whoever is wounded, I will do a healing on.
Well, as I say, once you clear of the area, you're able to stop it, and so therefore,
Okay.
you all pull over and sort that out. Good. Sort that
A
out
little
now.
bit burnt at the edges.
Be healing on
Oh, you
Sunny,
don't
I
look any
believe.
worse than usual.
It's because they burnt me where I already have burn scars.
Okay, calm down.
Plus side, most of the nerves on that side are dead anyway.
Okay. Remind me to never ask you to cheer me up.
I can cheer you up.
Uh,
Drink.
All right. Well, I now have a box of 50 cal that I can use for barter. Since I don't have a 50 cal to put them in anymore.
Hang on a moment. I might.
I've
Let
got a
me have a
50
look.
cal on my head.
Actually,
You do?
seriously say you have a gun on your.
Yep,
yeah, he's
a
heavy.
50
He's a heavy can.
I've got a 50 can on me. A 50 cal on me head. Yeah.
With
Yeah.
a head-mounted gun.
Well,
Yep.
I got a spare box of 50 cal here with 250 rounds.
Right.
The first two.
Because Peter's dead.
And El Diablo.
Pecos Pete's dead, and so is El Diablo.
Minimax isn't dead yet, so that's all right.
Because
Mhm.
otherwise, because Scott would be very upset if he lost his potential girlfriend.
Yeah, but
That's
then
right.
half the time he's talking about him being the girlfriend, and then half the time he's talking about her being the girlfriend. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there.
Yes, but I think he knows
Maybe
that
we're dancing that
Ransom's not going to allow that. So
Yeah, but Mika's already spoken for.
that's
Yeah,
right.
Mika's off to be married, isn't she?
That's right.
Political marriage. Okie dokie. Gee, I should have put a cowboy on there. There are a few left. There's one less.
That's right. We're missing a cow, and we're missing a cowboy as well. So we lost 3 people in that. Nasty.
I didn't actually make tokens for the cowboys.
Cinda, you can do something about this?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, you might
I
even
could have
have a
done with
little
you
less
around
scarring.
first time.
You might even have a little less scarring there than you had before.
Ah, girl, you're all Thanks.
You're very welcome.
It's a rare smile.
Mm.
There's a cowboy. I haven't got a label for him, but there's a cowboy. I can label one. Found it. He's a token, but that's the cowboys. There we go. Okie dokie. I do believe that we are to hit you with a dust storm. Yes, yes. I think that's the next thing to hit you with. Lovely, lovely storm. Which means I just need all of the drivers. Make some driving checks. Everyone else can assist in any way you want to.
Oh, wait,
Nasty.
before if you're doing assisting, let me play this.
Ooh.
Well, hey. Well, I
place.
will certainly assist Sully.
So what
I'll
I
be
want,
re-rolling with a Benny, but I should probably wait till after you've done your assist roll.
You probably should. I'm going to use elemental manipulation to. No, in fact, I'm going to use environmental protection as a cantrip to give us a dust shield.
Rather grateful of that, as I'm in a bike.
Yeah.
see pennies for everyone on furiousdice.com.
That's a +2.
The site should work.
Thank you.
Definitely
Is that
said it had gone it for
including
a long time,
the
but let's find out.
teamwork bonus?
Yeah.
You roll, which is therefore now a success thanks to your assistance. I appreciate it.
Site's been the whole. I lost the whole site. I've got to rebuild it. Site's still there. Okay. Okay. So Sully, you and normal Steve don't take any fatigue from the dust storm. Tabitha, basically, you're able to sort of avoid the most of it, so that's okay. Tabitha's okay. So that just leaves Cinder.
Okay.
God, hold. Not here.
Okay. I was just wondering if I was going to get a support from Jim Borg or not before I made the roll.
I think he's too busy
I guess
sulking
he
about the
still
fact I took
stepped
his car
away.
away. I think he has.
Yeah.
Just make your roll.
What's
I'm
happening?
sure.
What? I'm doing what because of my car? I'm in my own car. I can't drive anyway.
I know.
No, I'm driving and you're in the back.
My
but there was
driving
a
skill is
support roll.
unskilled, so I'm ready to crash at any moment. You know what I mean?
Driving.
It's not as bad as my persuasion. Look at my persuasion rolls. If you want me to persuade anyone, right? Hey, babe, come talk to me.
That's okay. Unfortunately,
-5 on persuasion.
Unfortunately, you unfortunately take a wrong move, or trying to avoid the worst of the dust storm, and the vehicle gets stuck in a pothole. By the time you and Jimbo get it cleared out,
Why have I got a level of fatigue?
sorry, I was got very confused there.
I'm
just explaining that.
Can I Benny it?
Storm.
The dust storm. You're by the time the two of you get the vehicle out and up and moving again, I'm afraid you are hit by the dust storm, and the dust storm does cause fatigue. Only, good night's rest. You'll get rid of it. That was your driving roll. That you failed, I'm afraid, but that's okay. So, mid-afternoon, you're probably. Where are we?
Emptying my lungs out with full of dust. Right. Okay.
Mid-afternoon, you've got about 500 miles. You're 500 miles out from the start. Your next stop is another 250 miles south. That's not bad. Roughly, yeah. Now the text I read earlier now happens. Miles drift by, your vision wavering along the heat lines of the road before the vehicle in front of you swerves unexpectedly and scraps of rubber pepper your windshield. That is the armoured minivan the tar goes out on, because that way it means that basically Tabitha's obviously repairing the vehicle when anything else happens, and therefore that's ready to worry about the character during the fight. Basically, Tabitha, the minivan blows a tyre, and you all stop for around 30 minutes. While Tabitha's going to replace a flat. No, that's all completely wrong. No, there is no suede conversion. I'm just running it using the suede rules. At some point, they are supposed to be.
You're updating it on the fly.
On the fly, yes. Yeah. No, there is no suede conversion. I'm not converting it to suede because supposedly it's on their to-do list to do a re-release of Hell on Earth.
At some point, yeah.
At some point. So there's no point in updating it. They'll only have to do it again. Whether it comes out before or after Deadlands Dark Ages, who knows? Okay. The heat is oppressive, and for the moment you are missing the rains from 2 days ago before motion along your peripheral vision and a call from a cowboy spotters pulls you from your dark reverie. There to the east, there to the west, because I've changed it. A half-dozen monstrosities are bounding towards the parked convoy. They seem to be a cross between a metallic rabbit and a saber-toothed shark, each fully the size of a large man.
Metallic rabbit and a saber-toothed shark. Is that what you just said?
Yes.
That's what he said.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to throw up protection spells. Protection
Well,
on everyone.
well, you can do that once we start the initiative. But yeah,
Okay.
make your plan. You could certainly talk about plans and what you're going to do quickly while I sort something out, and then.
How long has this journeying been for those of us in passenger seats and such like?
I said an hour. Didn't I?
An hour. Okay, so 5 power points.
Okay, so I don't actually appear to have.
And I'm driving, so I haven't had a chance to recover my fatigue, have I?
Oh, you won't get a chance to recover your fatigue till this evening because you won't be able to rest properly until then.
That's
You
right.
reckon we should talk to them? They could be friendly.
That's what they look like.
I mean, they're just mutants like me.
Cute. It's so cute.
Mhm.
It's a little bunny.
Maybe I should go and talk to them.
Oh, wrong bloody grid. It's that grid. Yeah, that's better.
Well, nobody seems to object. Steve will start walking towards them and waving. Hello? Hello?
You could at least wait till I've set up the map.
Sorry.
And then you might decide whether you might. Then you can decide whether you want to go up to talk to them or not, or whether you just want to be. Well, I mean, if you want to be eviscerated, be my guest. The point I'm trying to make is they don't look at all friendly. If you really want to go and talk to them, I'm not going to stop you. It's
Righto.
It's probably very suicidal.
Oh, if it's very suicidal rather than just slightly suicidal.
Also, it gives you a chance to actually rearrange. No, do not. Cinder.
One of the strangest things I've ever seen.
And you live with me.
Uh,
Okay, I think that's that. That's that. Yeah. Oh no. Oh. That'll be fine. No, actually, this is one I bought on Etsy. I've forgotten that guy's who did all those really nice maps that we talked about before. You know the one he did the Victorian ones, didn't he? And the post-apocalyptic ones. One of his. I can't remember.
The post-apocalyptic ones. Yes, I forget, but I know the ones you mean.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. I've still got a PDF up. Because I found he yeah. That's Sacred Art Designs.
Mm.
Yeah. No, he had a new one up. He had some very interesting looking tokens, and then when I was about to buy it, there was another click which basically gives you lifetime access to all his artwork. About 12 quid. So I bought that. Obviously, I already had this one, but anyway.
Yeah.
So there we go. And then I need to do that, and then I do that. That. Okay, right then. Why is he hostile? Neutral. And if I zoom out and zoom to fit, then I share.
Somebody stole his last Rolo.
Okay. So actually, I'll put him down here so you can see it more, Steve. As you're talking about, obviously, if you remember, one of the cowboys was calling out. As you're debating, as you're sort of saying, I'm going to go out there and I'm just going to go out there and talk to them.
Yeah.
Why is that cowboy so far away from the car?
He's the scout. The rabbit shark thing just sort of basically just shoots out a load of razor wire that wraps around the guy. I don't care that it says it. I don't care that it says it misses from pure oh dear types. Yeah. So Snore Stevens, I'll go say hello to them. They seem quite friendly. There's basically it says razor wire strength. Yeah, reach one. It's literally got a bit. It's got razor wire wrapped all around it, so it literally just slices the guy to pieces using the razor wire. For everyone.
The poor guy, shredded.
Which I'm afraid to say means you'll get to make fear checks.
Oh, hooray!
You're gonna make us roll a fear checks, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I mean you've got to do it the old way.
Pass even with the fear level.
Sorry. That's better. It says fear at -4, which strikes me as a little extreme. But that's how it's written. So no, you rolled a 0. I'm sorry to say.
What's the current fear level?
The fear
So
level
their bonus modifier.
the fear level is 4,
which
but
is
it's
a -2.
yeah. But the Texas Razors apparently are fear -4 themselves.
Oh wow! So I failed by 4, so I need to roll on the fear table at +4.
Right, so
Okay.
I'm going
In
to
which
check
case,
that.
I
That
need
seems a
to
little
be-
extreme.
I'm
-4.
gonna
Yeah,
be
does that
rolling
-4
at
include the fear level?
It might have done. That's what I'm going to. But obviously, I didn't write the adventure. Let's see if I can find it.
Wait until you confirm before I roll my check, because kind of important.
If that command there will make all the players get a fear check appear on the combat tracker.
Where your uniform goes.
And then if they fail, it'll roll on the fear table and add the +4 for you.
Yeah, but I wasn't about to make everyone. I wasn't about to make everyone.
So that's what it'll work when the next version comes out.
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't about to make everyone go into test mode. Plus the fact last time I switched to test mode, it took 2 hours to copy everything. So I don't bother. Fear -4. Jeepers creepers.
Okay, so I'm hesitant for this encounter. Then
Okay.
I can add that in.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, so it's roll fear -4, please. Pardon me. And they get to roll it on the fear table at +4. Oh, that's nice, actually. Yeah. Challenge check. Oh, I'm going to have to learn all this. So for those that haven't made their fear rolls yet, that's all you need to type without the apostrophe. Obviously.
It's also adding the fear. The fear level is already adding a -2 as well, isn't it? So it's a -6 on your fear roll.
Sully is hesitant.
Okay, I'm
as well.
hesitant for this encounter.
So just add yourself a hesitant hindrance, and then you can take it away at the end of the encounter.
I can do that.
Can you Benny it if you fail?
You can Benny the fear check. Yes, you can't Benny the fear table roll.
Okay.
And yeah, I've also been playing around with the colours. So the actual map looks like that. And I added clouds and tweaked the colours to make it a little more.
It's very good.
Of course, character sheet's locked. That won't work.
Except that's wrong. That's fatigue -1, and it should be. Oh, it's.
Got it.
It's the same, technically the same thing. You still fail, so you get to roll on the fear table with a +4. I did use Photoshop's generative fill to expand the map out to make it a bit bigger. It did a really good job
So
on
that's a
that,
roll
extending the map.
fear with +4, or
That's correct. Yeah, you have to. You have to roll on the fear table, which is that one. Just put a +4 modifier in the modifier box, and then hit the roll and hit the D20 icon. Roll the fear table. Don't roll 18 or higher.
Because then you'll have a heart
Right.
attack.
where's my plus sign? Oh, there it is. I think that's
Cool.
right.
Minor phobia. Okay, so it's got to be an irrational. Okay, so I'm afraid, Cindy, you now got a
No,
fear
it
of
was a
rabbits.
major phobia. She rolled twice there.
Oh,
First one
major
was a
phobia.
21.
Bunnies, bunnies, it must be bunnies.
Bunnies. Yes, it's going to be bunnies. It's definitely
Maybe
bunnies. What do they need perfect eyesight for anyway? So that's a
Yeah, but
phobia.
You're also not that keen on carrots anymore.
So I have a phobia on bunnies, do I?
But you have a major phobia of bunnies. So I'm afraid right now these things are ridiculously because the point is being frightened of these things is perfectly normal. Like the fact that you have an irrational fear is the fact that obviously they've made you decide that all bunnies are terrifying.
You see Bugs
Okay.
Bunny, you're
I
gonna.
also have I have a question though. That
Yes.
+1 that we got for the spiritual attack has no effect.
No, unfortunately,
On this one?
unfortunately not. That +1 on fear checks against spiritual entities it doesn't work
Okay.
against these things. They're very corporeal. Okay. Right. Just gonna do a group spirit roll for the NPCs. They all make -7. They still all just make it, which is artificial, I know, but it makes my life easy.
So I'm now terrified of bunnies. Oh my
You-
god.
You are terrified of bunnies. Okay, does anyone wish to spend any bennies to move up the combat tracker, or do you want to say? Well, actually, I should make you feel like you want to hoard them. Don't forget, you all got plenty of conviction. It might be a time to use it. Although time-wise, I'm thinking this might be a good spot to leave it as a cliffhanger.
Mm.
I think we'll leave it there
Fair
because then we get to see whether Tabitha and Scott next week.
Well, I'll use that Benny
all
you
their
just gave
pictures.
to top up my PowerPoints.
Of course, yes. By all means, use your bennies, and if you've got any adventure cards you want to play now, and then better game it so you play them this week and get new cards next week. I don't have a problem with that if they can be applied.
Okay,
to this one.
fine. I'll take that,
Yeah.
and I will play the card that Tavis played earlier to allow me to have a one-time casting of name of the power in my head, and it's just gone right out of it. Bear with me a second.
Arcane Spike, isn't it? No, I know the one you mean.
Yes,
Gift.
Arcane Spike, which will let Sully cast Warrior's Gift.
Cast Warrior's Gift.
Yep.
And so that edge, isn't it?
Uh-huh. If you get it with a raise, you can give yourself improved level-headed along with the hesitant.
There you go. Took me that long to sort that out. What power are you giving yourself? What edge, I should say. Successful casting, recipient gains the benefits of a single chosen caster, not the recipient, must have the same rank or higher as edge requirements. With raise, you gain the improved version. Even if you don't reach successful. Oh yeah, okay. what edge are you giving yourself for this combat
Just-
encounter?
Just looking through. I'm sorry. I'm just glancing through because it was kind of a last minute decision, and I'm sorry.
Put the
That's
effects on
absolutely
yourself,
fine.
and you can work it out next week, can't you?
Yeah, I was going to say, just put the effect on that you've cast Warrior's Gift. Put just make it. We'll just
Good idea.
because you've got
Do
then
your
you've got
roll
the
just
whole.
in case you get a raise, because if you do, you get the
Yes. Yeah. Do
upper
the
level extra.
Improved version. Yeah.
do
Okay.
the Sonics roll, and I'll just make an effect that you get to pick an edge next week with a raise.
Do get the raise.
So yeah, if
Warriors
it's one that's got a second level, you get the
Gift.
second level of it.
raise. Now I suppose yeah. Actually, we've already dealt the cards, but I can always deal with that. So technically speaking, it doesn't say you have to qualify for them. So at the most beardy level, what you can do is give yourself improved level-headed, which then counteracts the hesitant, and the net result is you're level-headed. But I think you can work out something better than that, and I'm not me. But we'll leave it
Probably
there.
also work out something better than that.
We shall leave it there. It's a good place to cliffhanger it and get the rest of the party in next week. I hope you had some fun there. I found it most interesting. Some console errors. When are they releasing the next version of Fantasy Grounds? Do you know? But it was Jiminy. You know when they're releasing this new version with all the bells, whistles, and working auras and everything else? It's gone. Okay, we'll find out. Take care, one and all. We'll see you next time for another adventure. Bye now.
Thanks. It was
Base
fun.
Midwest. Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
I know.